Rain is already coming down in areas like Grand Turk amid warnings of showers from the Met Service. I am Dana Malcolm. 𝗗𝗲𝗂𝗂 is here with me. We hope everyone is staying warm and dry as we get ready for this, your evening edition of Top Stories for Wednesday, November 15th, 2023.
There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such a wholesome variety of your favorite fresh foods. There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such outstanding service. And there is simply nowhere else in the TCI to answer your every food craving in a chic, comfortable, centrally located store. That's a place you can trust. Number 1 is 𝗗𝗲𝗂𝗂𝗢𝗂𝗋. Fresh, service, trust for over 20 years.
A dengue outbreak has been declared in the Turks and Caicos. Nadia Astwood, Chief Medical Officer, explains.
The TCI has thus far confirmed 13 cases of dengue with a further 74 suspected cases this year. Based on the information that we have available on the cases, we have local transmission of dengue.
Confirmed cases are those that came back positive from PCR tests, while suspected cases came back positive from rapid tests. More cases are expected to be confirmed, with 6 to 19 age group the worst affected. Residents have been questioning why downtown Providenciales floods so easily despite having pumping systems in place. Here's Jamel Robinson, Minister of PPID, with an explanation.
Because of the excessive rainfall, you're talking about clearing up the smart yard, the bypass straight across Gus Lightburn, Sweet Teas, all of that area, and again behind the ballpark, all of that pulling off of one pump generated in that particular area. So that takes time.
He reassured that the systems were working effectively, even though it took a few hours to drain completely. Magnetic Media is your news leader. Up next is 𝗗𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗋. He has your top stories from across the region.
Moving money from one site to the next? Lots of cash transactions make you vulnerable? Need eyes on your investments no matter where you are? Are you looking for professional security escorts for your high net worth guests? Want to support Neighborhood Watch with skill patrols? Sounds like you need security solutions at Spence Security Services. Established in the Turks and Caicos since 1998. Get armored truck escort services from $150 and contact Spence Security for free consultation. Dependable, professional service you can trust. That's Spence Security.
It's now time for your regional top stories. I'm 𝗗𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗋. Africa could possibly be following in the Caribbean's footsteps, requesting reparations from Europe. This was announced by CARICOM Secretary General Dr. Carla N. Barnett giving her remarks on November 14th for the opening of the Accra Reparations Conference.
We welcome the update that the African Union is also seeking to develop a common position on reparations.
The conference is an important meeting between policymakers, reparations advocates, experts, and civil society activists from Africa, CARICOM, and the wider African diaspora to advance the reparatory justice agenda. The Caribbean's transition to electric vehicles is too slow, says the Director of Projects at the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, Teresa Turner-Jones. She highlights high electricity rates as contributing factors to the sluggish transition, a long way from the 55% goal by 2030. Turner-Jones was speaking at the opening session of the 8th Caribbean Sustainable Energy Forum on November 7th. See these stories in full in the next edition of The Magnate.
Turks and Caicos, it's Christmas at Digicel. In this season of giving, we're giving you a chance to win a 7-day Disney cruise for a family of 4. Oh boy! Sign up or upgrade to a home fiber bundle with Disney Plus included from only $196 a month for your chance to go cruising. 225 megs, a download speed, over 120 channels, Disney Plus subscription, and a free on-demand library. Hurry in stores today. Digicel, better connected. Terms and conditions apply.
Premier Washington Mizik met with King Charles III this evening at Buckingham Palace, along with the heads of government from the other 13 overseas territories. King Charles is the head of state for the OTs and several other Commonwealth countries. Following this, the Premier met with Lindsay Hoyle, UK Speaker of the House, at Westminster Palace. According to the Premier's office via government station RTC-FM, earlier today, Mizik continued talks regarding the finance sector and a new joint declaration on governance. He is attending the Joint Ministerial Council, which facilitates high-level meetings between the UK and the OTs. More coming up on that in further newscasts. And in the Atlantic Basin tonight, in the southwestern Caribbean Sea, still keeping eyes on that low-pressure system that promises rain for the Caribbean, the coast of Central America, and the Greater Antilles through the weekend. That includes the Turks and Caicos, according to the TCI Met Service. Additionally, offshore the coast of the United States, a non-tropical area of low pressure is expected to develop near southern Florida over the next day or so. This system is then forecast to move northeast near the Bahamas and offshore the east coast of the U.S. later this week. The TCI Met Service says a small craft caution is in effect for the Turks and Caicos. That is it for this edition of the news. On behalf of the entire news team, thank you for joining us. Top Stories in 5 is a Magnetic Media production.